there is no taqdeer, because he says, "Gar tu Muslim hai to tadbir hai taqdeer teri." If you are a Muslim, then your effort and your application is your taqdeer, is your destiny. So Iqbal wants Muslims to get up and do work. And sometimes people do not like him because he is quite sharp in his criticism, and he does not mean people. But once one is guilty, one feels that he is attacking them. And therefore you find that he is not generally quoted by people, because if I quote certain things about Iqbal and those faults are in me, people will point at me. And unfortunately, there are so many that preach that are full of faults. I am also a preacher in my own right, but I have to be very careful in what I say more than what I do, because people must not say that I am guilty of that, and therefore they do not quote him. And by so doing, they are trying to phase out and overlook one of the most dynamic personalities. The great Sheikh Abul Hassan Ali Nadawi from Nadwa, he read Iqbal, and he knew him, if you read his book, since he was a lad of 16 or 17. He read him and studied him. And he found that Iqbal was so profound that he translated his works into the Arabic language and gave it to the Arabs to read. And I have met many Arabs who love Iqbal for what he has said. Perhaps they know more than us from the Indo-Pak subcontinent about Allama Iqbal. Because Iqbal has got nothing to do with either an Arab or an Indian or a Pakistani. He is a Muslim that believes that we all must merge ourselves and lose ourselves in the ummah of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We must discard and destroy all differences of color and rank and become one in this mighty ummah. Butane rang khun ko tod kar millat mein gum ho ja ke na turani rahe baqi na Irani na Afghani. Take these idols of blood and color and differences and smash them so that they may become one with dust, so that neither an Turani will be left, nor an Irani, nor an Afghani, nor a Bengali, nor a Nigerian, nor a Somali. We will all become the ummah of Muhammadur Rasulullah, one and united. And he wants to tell the people that we have become so lazy and indolent. We do not apply ourselves and become worthwhile in this world and stand up and be counted. We do not know our own full potential. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made us Khalifatullah. He has made us his vicegerent, his representative on earth. But we have become like jellyfish, and we suffer from being non-active. Instead, a Muslim is supposed to be proactive. He's supposed to look for things to do in order to extol the greatness and glory of Allah. And he tells us, we who are laid back, he says, "Waqt fursat hai kahan? Waqt fursat hai kahan? Kaam abhi baqi hai, noor tawheed ka itmam abhi baqi hai." Where is the chance to rest and to have leisure? You have a job of work to do, O Muslim. Noor tawheed ka itmam abhi baqi hai. The light of tawheed, of la ilaha illallah, has to spread throughout the earth, and everyone is to become knowledgeable of the unity of Allah, and that is your job. Noor tawheed ka itmam abhi baqi hai. So what has happened to us is that we have taken an easy way of life we had rather spend our time supplicating Allah. He says in another place, he says, why do you supplicate Allah? Why do you? What has Allah not given you? And this is from the Quran. وَآتَاكُم مِّن كُلِّ مَا سَأَلْتُمُوهُ وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. And Allah has given you everything that you have asked and desired for. And if you try to calculate the grace and bounties of Allah, you will never be able to fathom them. You will never be able to come to a number that will bring closure. No, they are unending. And therefore, he says, do not demean yourself by even asking God. God has already given you. Make use of what He has given you. And you must imbibe in yourselves God-given qualities, and that you must spread the light of Islam everywhere. And for this, you have to go back to knowledge. It's most important. A Muslim is ignorant. He has knowledge, but he thinks that knowledge is supposed to be there for gains for himself. And gains for himself mean nothing. He must try to benefit all those who are around him in the wake of Muhammadur Rasulullah, who came as rahmatul lil alameen, mercy unto the entire creation. You are a miniature mercy like Muhammadur Rasulullah, and you must spread all that you have as far as talent and potential is concerned for the benefit of everyone that is around you. And Allama Iqbal, he tells us that love is the thing that you must always apply to those who are around you. No use trying to use force, harshness, vulgarity. Like some people, they want to spread Islam by being vulgar. No. He muhabbat mein ye quwwat ke bane sang bhi mom husn akhlaq se kafir ko musalman kar de. Love has so much potential and power in it that even hard rocks will melt like wax, like candle wax. Therefore, Muslims, through the excellence of your character and behavior and demeanor, even win the heart of a kafir so that he may become a Muslim. Yes, it is muhabbat, it is love that you are supposed to spread. Musliman is one that spreads love wherever he is. And therefore, when you see him in his early works, he talks to little children and he asks them to pray. He tells them, "Lab pe aati hai dua ban ke tamanna meri." Oh Allah, my wishes and all my aspirations come in the form of a supplication to you, O Allah. Zindagi sham ki surat ho khudaya meri. O Allah, my whole life must be that of a torch that spreads light and illuminates everything. A Muslim is a light-giving person. Like Rasul is Nurullah, the Quran is Nurullah, is light. So must a small child, when he prays to Allah, she prays to Allah, she must begin to say that you must become a light to the world. And the light of all worlds that Allah has sent to us is Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the love that he has taught us must spread throughout the world. And through his love, we must raise all lowly beings, all humble beings, all exploited beings to greatness, glory and fame. And we have to light this world too long in darkness with Muhammad's radiant name. Quwwat-e ishq se har past ko bala kar de. Quwwat-e ishq se har past ko bala kar de. Aur dahr mein isme Muhammad se ujala kar de. Wa sallallahu ala nabi al-kareem والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وفي العز للعبد الذليل تبلغ بالقليل من القليل بالقليل من القليل وعز للسفر الطويل وعز للسفر الطويل وفي عصيانه عار ونار وفي عصيانه عار ونار وفيه البعد مع خزي وبيل